Hi, this is Joe Bolen. Today I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm using the software called ManyCam version 7.4 for this recording. And I'm recording it in 30 frames per second at 1080p. Now what I'd like to do is compare my current Logitech HD Pro webcam C920 to my brand new Canon EOS M50 camera using Canon's EOS webcam utility beta for PC. Just recently, in the past month, Canon released this webcam utility, making it a way for us to use the Canon cameras without a capture card to bring into our videos. So I'm going to do a comparison, look at the differences, and I invite you to also compare and see the differences. Once again, I'm using the current version of ManyCam, which can be downloaded at ManyCam.com, and I'm using version 7.4 on that, and I'm using the virtual background. Now right now you're seeing me with the Logitech C920 camera, and you can see the clarity, the pickup that I'm getting with it, and I've been very happy with it. This was my first webcam that I had, but just recently I purchased the Canon camera, and I'd like to see how well it does in comparison to the Logitech webcam. This comparison may help you decide whether you want to get a dedicated webcam, or if you have the Canon cameras and the webcam utility works for your camera, you may just go with that as an option. So let's take a look now at using the Canon version of the camera. And I'm switched over to the Canon, and I've got the settings as close as I can to each other so you can see the differences. Now, once again, I'm using the new Canon EOS webcam utility beta version on that. So there might be some changes that occur. And this one is for a PC. I'm using Windows 10. And there is also, from what I understand, a Mac version you can use as well. Now, I'm got the camera set up on a tripod behind my monitor, and I've got it set in movie mode, and I've got it also set for 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now the camera itself is got a shutter speed right now of 1/60th of a second, and I'm using a f5.6 for the aperture on this one, so I have a little bit of depth of field involved with it, and I have the ISO set to auto, which in my situation is about 640. So those are the settings I'm using. You can compare and see how well the Canon's doing. I'm very happy with it. I did not buy the camera for the purposes of being a webcam, but I could, if I wanted to use two different cameras, I could do that. Now all I have is a cable with a mini USB connection to the camera, then coming into the computer itself on that. So there's no capture cards involved, so the expense is very low. You might already have the cable required. Now I also have purchased a dummy battery so I can have external power coming into the system, so I don't have to worry about the lifetime of the battery during recording. That's the one extra charge that I incurred doing this setup, but nevertheless, I've been very happy. So you take a good look at the settings and how I look right now with the webcam of the Canon camera, a EOS M50, and now I'm going to go back to the Logitech so you can compare the differences. And now I'm back with the Logitech, and so you can compare the two to see how they look. I think they're both pretty good images. and therefore I have the option to go with either one or both if I want. And so you decide if you have already a Logitech C920, which a lot of people do. You might want to just stay with it. But if you haven't purchased a specific dedicated webcam, and you have the Canon cameras that allow you to use the utility, that might be the option to go with as well. You'll have to decide the quality you get. I do have autofocus with the Canon camera, and it's working great. So you take a look at both of them. Once again, I'm going to go back to the Canon, and we'll finish out our segment, and you take care and judge for yourself.